Yes.
Vitality has first pick.
I mean, that's quite tricky, you know, because I'm not sure how KCB can use the red side, because now...
Apparently they chose it. Apparently,
They
yeah.
chose it.
KCB had right of first selection, so they chose second pick.
Okay, so I can see like counter jungle, maybe counter support. Maybe they want to play like through bot and stack drakes as well. And we can see the first bans as well. Ooh, okay, interesting. Like Malphite like this, we don't want to play this champion, it's okay. And plus, like the Orianna ban, I mean, KCB are not forced like to ban Azir right now, and they shouldn't care because Azir Telegi is open and they should be fine. Plus Akali, plus Yone, if they want to play like
or
an AD.
the Anivia matchup we've seen as well. Like there are a lot of options right now into Azir if we get that first pick as Virus goes as well.
I'm curious to see the first pick for Vitality because when Poppy is seen, it's harder to first pick Yana or first pick Ambessa, so you're kind of like dropping like these two champions. So I can see like an Azir, or I can see like a different AD pick like Yunara. Everyone's playing Yunara right now.
Yeah.
But I think everyone's getting baited of Yunara as well. You can see like the two AD picks are out, like Cork and Varus, who like in LEC everyone is playing this champion, but no one is playing Aphelios yet.
That's true.
So do I.
The priority's quite low, and I feel like regions like the East is pulling out Aphelios. Like we saw a lot of Aphelios Lulu comps today as well. And it's mixing up the matchups in mid lane as well, just because of the composition. So
it's just Azir first pick. I mean, Ryze, Taliyah are two options for KCB. Then it really depends if they want to flex something on the jungle like Ambessa or anything, or they just like pick the AD that's it. Or
I love that you're talking about the Ambessa. Like, you guys are the only ones playing Ambessa.
Yeah, actually,
right
it seems like, but I think it's... I mean, I'm pretty sure there's more angles that we haven't seen yet for Ambessa jungle, for Ambessa flex overall. So yeah. I mean, we're still like doing like a lot of research as well.
But you guys are cooking, and that's what makes it fun, you know, as well. Like,
but the thing is now for KCB, they already picked like two globals, right? So you see that they already want to play like through sides and maybe like play with man advantage. So Vitality with a tank top, they will not find like much angles in order to attack the side. But we will see like a bit.
I do feel like right now, a lot of what we're seeing from teams is one team is like very teamfight focused, and then the other team is like very side lane focused. But I think that in the LEC, team fighting is just easier. Because teams are just grouping up around Dragon.
It's first week as well, right?
Right, exactly.
Like, you feel more familiar to go and team fight. And so I think...
So how confident are you in the KCB players to be able to play a kind of side lane type of con?
It should be fine. I mean, you know, last year with Yukino, we actually touched this part a lot this time. So it should be fine. And I see like you can select already from Vitality, like Renekton, it's not like an easy pick to go and dive, right? Like after, especially after level 6, you have ulti, he can always like outplay you, so, and they're already like short range. I will not be like so happy if I'm like KCB playing that comp for now, but we will see.
Okay. Not enough confidence. All right. We get an interesting matchup in top at least with Renekton versus Aatrox. In the meantime as well, we've just had a pick and ban issue, so we're just going to remake that and bring that back up for you. Don't worry, pause. We'll be back. Just
okay,
remake. They're just updating on the back end, and then we'll get back to it shortly. I can tell you that KCB did actually ban Sipper as well, so we're getting rid of the 80 characters.
Yeah, they're pretty short range, right? So Sipper like makes a lot of sense, especially if you can like pick it with bans and everything, so it makes sense.
But Yunara is still available.
Yeah.
But I mean, the bigger one as well, like we've seen this, I don't know if it was you guys or if it was Fnatic that banned Sivir last game. Like it was Fnatic. We're going down the rabbit hole of 80 carries, and it's interesting as well that you pulled up like the Aphelios. We're just not looking at that.
Yeah, no one was to pick Aphelios, it seems like. I don't know why.
Well, based on hearing Upset on the desk earlier, he's talked about how right now crit AD carries just feel like they don't have the lane power, and it feels like in this best of one meta, you kind of just want those strong lanes. It feels like everyone is fighting to have that winning 2v2 bot matchup, especially with how much control it gives you over Drake.
Yeah, that makes sense. Probably like KCB wants to pick like Ezreal.
Okay.
A lot of ADs are out, Varus, a lot of answers to Ezreal as well. Kaisa, I mean, picks that people like used to play versus Ezreal, so maybe it's like one of the options for KCB. If you see like their top side, they need like a weak side like bot, if that makes sense, so they can play like fully on the top side, and Ezreal's banned.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So now what AD carry do we actually go towards? Oh.
Perfect timing.
Nice.
When we go down the list, we
Nice.
have 4 AD carry bans in the second phase. What's left?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Ziggs.
Is
It's
it-
Carzzy.
Oh yeah.
But they have a lot of AP.
That's a really good call. Yeah.
I think they have a lot of AP, so they should go something like different. Xayah Rakan, I mean, it's totally blind, but I think they don't mind as well.
Aren't you okay? Now, do you go Lulu pairing here? Do you want to Thresh for engage? Like, how do you round this out?
Is it
Because
Alice?
Bobby seems good, no? Like Poppy,
yeah.
Alistar, not the best lane. I'm not sure like how familiar is Prime with that, and if KCB wants to play like that Kobe. In that case, what else he can pick? I mean, Bard it seems fine as well, but it's more like the weak side to protect the Aphelios, most likely in that part. Yeah. Okay, that will go for
How worried are you about Aphelios just dying? I see Rakan, Wukong, Renekton.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
A lot of time.
Because that's why I'm sitting there thinking to myself, maybe Alistair or Lulu could have been the two picks to just provide that extra protection.
Yeah, but lane would be hard if they go for that.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
makes sense.
For that perspective right now with Bard, it should be better, more safe for KCB. Still, like Vitality will create a lot of pressure towards the bot lane. Level 1 is important as well for the bot. It really depends on how they will open like both of 4 players, because you need to control like the middle of the bush, so it's really important to see what will happen like level 1 for Xayah Rakan especially.
Yeah, makes a ton of sense. And for KCB, let's say you're the coach right now, what advice are you giving to your man in the jungle?
For sure, like you're trying to play with level 16 advantage on the map. You're trying to use your globals, means that you need to unlock Ryze. Moves that you have from Pantheon and Bard, you need to connect like jungle and support in order to get the mid control and then like create some pressure over the map, and something that you can do. So means that the moment that you can do that, either top has to play like more aggro in order for Renekton to be lower and you can attack him, or you can do the same on the opposite side of the bot.
Well, as we get into game, we'll see how that happens between Prime, between Yukino. For KC Blue, it was a big win yesterday, you know, against Lost Ratones. Like, that felt like a bit of a grudge match despite the rosters being different from when they last faced. But it was a very big win because the ARL teams at this tournament have a low bar, and it is up to KC Blue to show that they can set it up against Vitality. One apiece. Someone is walking away in that 2-1 bracket after this as Vitality and KC Blue enter the Rift again.
So, ooh, hang on a minute, level 1.
Yeah.
Talks about how important this was, especially for the bot lanes.
Yeah, it's really crucial. So now, like Pantheon help on that. I mean, they did lose something. As you can see, only Vitality worked like his Raptors, and it should be fine because bot is more important. The moment that they will control this like middle of the bush, they can create like a lot of pressure. So I want to see how they will retake because they have no lanes as well. I mean, Vitality.
Okay. Now, as we kind of go through this early laning phase, I'd also really love to just get more insight from you on your relationship with Yukino and kind of what you think of him as a player, just because earlier you mentioned he's kind of your boy.
Yeah.
And I think for him, one of this opportunity is about proving that he is at the LEC level. So what do you think about him?
I think he's at the LEC level. I can see him like, I mean, if he wasn't like in KCB, I could easily see him like playing in LEC like this year.
Yep.
And I think individually he's really good, mechanically he's really good. And last year he learned like a lot on how to play macro as well and how to play different styles and different draft too. I want to see him, you know, expand his pool besides like the Bruisers, because he's like a type of player that he's playing like more Pantheon, Kiana, Nafiri, this kind of stuff, Zinzar, etc. So I want to see him, you know, more on the dirty work, like more guys as you and me.
Yeah.
Whenever the meta fits, right?
Yeah.
After watching him last year, I can't think about that yet, but I guess that is the development, isn't it? He's great. He's great to watch. I think he's fun to watch. He's very aggressive. Like he takes a lot of risks, and that's what I loved at least last year, casting at Mia Masters. So for Yukino as well, Pantheon this game, you already talked about as well, Rock. We're looking for level 6. We're looking for the sync up from him and Prime, unlocking mid, and then using that pressure to get elsewhere. For so far, Kamiloo's been pretty nice in this 1v1 lane, just pushing down Humanoid and getting a small advantage.
Yeah, the ward was really helpful on the level 1 because they could control like this mid boost, and then they just like took the control of the lane at bot.
And one of the things that I saw yesterday was it felt like Nako was a bit of a problem for you guys in the matchup. Playing that Renekton, he was one of the few Renektons that I've actually seen bully out of K'Sante. People always say Renekton is good into K'Sante, and very often we don't see it at the pro level. So this idea, this strategy of actually putting resources top lane, do you think that is in part to it for KCB to try and neutralize Nako top lane?
They could do it, yes, but I think, you know, now it's different because you have like the TP that you can get after like 40 minutes, so you run Ignite, and the top lane now it's like feels different on some matchups.
Wow.
But it makes sense as an idea. We tried to do the same yesterday, and you know, we achieved it. Like
A quick side note, Hazel with some insane movement there. And his Aphelios mechanics are clean, as you'd expect. I have a quick quote from him as well. He said Aphelios is his favorite champion, it is his best champion, and It is nice again when, you know, Rocky was saying in pick and ban, like, are you surprised we haven't seen this champion more? I think things like this open up doors when we do see this champion in success potentially.
I mean, it was also something that when he competed, it was something that was permabanned against him. A lot of teams really respected his Aphelios a lot. But while that skirmish was actually happening on the bot side of the map, Nako used his pressure in top to work with Lyncas to actually set up a top side invade.
On that ward though, hang on, Kamiloo in trouble, caught out backing, and he's just dead. First blood over to Lyncas, and Vision does secure.
And that's like the bad part of it. Now he lost, I mean, he didn't lose Flash, lucky him, but that means that Azir will get like the extra component right now. That means that Ryze cannot like control the mid like right now anymore. So we will get to wait level 6 from Pantheon in order to like put some pressure on mid. But at least bot like it's going fine for KCB. Hazel has the call as well. They're pretty chilling.
One lane going okay for now, isn't it? Everything else. Vedius, I know you were talking about Nako before. I do like, again, like, there's been some criticism online about top laners still taking teleport. I know you get the extra shield, and there is a smaller cooldown, but a lot of people have said that the unlocking of a third summoner, of having things like Ignite or Ghost for the lane matchup as well, is just too good to sacrifice. What do you think about top lane summoners right now?
I like both options because teleport, like the teleport and the upgrade teleport can give you like the big shield, right? So that means in order, I mean, when you're trying to contest like the third Drake or the soul, you TP, you have a big shield and you're actually tanking everything.
And it lasts for a long time as well.
Yeah, exactly. I like the aggression as well from the part that, you know, Ignite, maybe Ghost on like some champions. But I like the Ignite and I like the part that you can control like topside. Means that you can have first access on the crabs. Means that you can get things like more plus plates, plus side lane pressure and everything. So I want to select more of this strategy, and we want to see as well as Navi plus strategy as well.
The concern I'm having right now, seeing what's happening on the map, is KCB is doing a good job of leveraging their bot pressure to early objectives, but Lyncas is basically isolating his top laner to allow for Nako to just kind of really punish this Aatrox in the early laning phase. If you're watching this as KCB's coach, how worried are you about the fact that Tao is basically being left on an island right now?
For now, he's chilling because one of the first hard parts went away because now he has boots, right? But now he needs to be extra careful about this like top scattering and the level 6 of Renekton with Ignite as well, right? I'm a bit worried what will happen in the next like 1 minute.
Wait, but hang on, Lyncas just got level 6. Cosmic Binding hits a wall, there is a stun, Yukino gets some follow-up damage, but Fleshy's also here, and Yukino might have to burn his summon a quick smart, but Lyncas already pulls out the Cyclone. Magical Journey buys some space, taken away. Another Cosmic Binding comes out as well, but Kamiloo's here. Second follow-up, Lyncas doesn't have a target, and then shoved back, only Humanoid finds an angle, with Nako sealing the deal, stealing the kill. Vitality still find one, no matter how desperate it looked.
Yeah, I mean, KCB trying to contest that Scuttle Crab and then overstay in the river, I think was just a really good punish from the side of Vitality, given that they did have that level 6 Wukong. Prime doing his best to hold the wave for his mid laner as well, but now...
Boy, hang on, Colbermeat comes through, Dominus in full act as well. Waiting for, well, Ruthless Predator was used before, excuse me, but there's no follow-up with Summoners. Nako just gets some damage down, and Tao without his TP will have to walk back to lane.
Yeah, now he's stuck, right? He's on the top lane without TP. Nako used Ignite, used ulti, so, and now he skates at top. So he cannot move for the crabs. Renekton can stay like in front of his face and just, you know, take plates, and Aatrox cannot do anything.
So Vitality is pretty comfortably in control of the early game. KCB's kind of win condition, I mean, maybe it's a little too early to say that, but Hazel is just happy sitting farming in the bot lane, right? So this Aphelios is still that potential win condition the later into the game that we get. The big thing for me is Kamiloo now 0-2 on the Ryze. One of the key things you said was unlocking it, but now maybe he's
very locked. He feels very locked right now.
Super locked, yeah. At least now he's trying to get back like some pressure to Tao, so Tao can reset properly, as you saw like before, like 10 seconds. Kamiloo used one move with his ulti, and Yukino was in range as well. So Nako should like have respected as he did. So Tao now he can reset, and maybe they can play grabs. But Lynch has to have his ulti back.
As Carzzy, he used his pullback just to get the wave in as well. So maybe there's some kill threat here. Ghost has been popped by Hazel, but a bit over ambitious. Vitality, their waves. Not the best spot if they can find this one, as KC Blue, they do start up the grubs on the top side of the map for now. Kamiloo in a good state now, picking up the lettuce in the river as well, but Lyncas is also here.
Okay, well, how confident are you in KCB in securing these grubs right now?
I am. I mean, Bard is moving as well, and Rakan is stuck at bot lane. I think they will take at least 2, and maybe the last one, unless something like happens, or maybe Lyncas will step up. I mean, he didn't step up. Yes, Bard was moving. I mean, Bard did a really good job by moving, and created like extra pressure on that because he has ulti as well, right?
Ulti advantage.
Yeah. Okay, so we don't have you for much longer. We've only got another minute, so give us your kind of overarching thoughts of the game state right now, and who ultimately you think is going to win it.
I think the next like 2 minutes KCB needs, the next like 4 or 5 minutes KCB needs to find a way to use like these 3 traps in order to take like some gold back. So they need like to get these resources, but I'm seeing Vitality fighting like every team fight from now on, and doesn't look easy for KCB.
So who do you predict?
I think Vitality.
You think Vitality? You don't believe your boys?
You can't do that.
Sorry.
You're on a new team. It's different. You got allegiances elsewhere. Now, we wish you the best of luck with the season. You're a natural caster, by the way. You're actually you're bouncing off of the dry guys crazy. Vasilis, is I say that correct? Thank you so much for being on the cast list. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as well. Coach Insight is very rare. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll invite you on another time. And all the best for the rest of your season as well. Na'Vi still end the season at 2-1, and that's what Vitality are looking to do as well.
Thanks so much, mate. Fantastic insight there from the coach from Na'Vi.
I mean, it is interesting again. Like, I feel like in the past, when I see Kamiloo on a team, like I am worried about his laning phase. And this comp, my takeaway is that his laning phase is very important to unlock him and influence the rest of the map. This is what KCB have decided to do in this game, and already they're at a bit of a detriment for that as well. 300 gold lead for Humanoid in this mid lane, but Vedi.
Well, we got some clear expectations given from The Rock, right? Which is that he wants to see KCB try and utilize the grubs that they had just secured to get some plates, try and funnel some gold, get some sort of advantage for these solo laners. Because again, the idea behind this composition is to try and play through those sides. And the worst case scenario for KCB is that those solo laners are falling behind.
Yep.
But then, like, we have to keep our eyes on Hazel as that kind of late game insurance.
Well, on this Aphelios that he knows and loves. We hoping that KCB can get a decent result here, but in the meantime, Vitality solo laners are going pretty damn well as Dragon starts off in bot. This will be 1 for Vitality, and it will be their first objective of the game since they lost the grubs. And they lost that first Dragon as well. Now 1 on the board, and Lyncas thinks about what he can do down bot.
Lyncas has been super proactive on the map. I think he's been using his power very well. He's threatening a dive onto Hazel right now.
There's the quickness as well. Lyncas pulls that first Cyclone. Meanwhile, the 2v2 into full action, but Hazel is in the middle of feathers. Well timed by Carzzy. Prime dies to a solo kill pretty much. And Vitality, that could not have been cleaner.
That late game insurance has quickly been denied as Vitality turn their attention to the bot side of the map and I mean, they execute a flawless dive. Very well done. Prime doing his best to keep his AD carry alive, but all it did was stall his inevitable death. The feathers had been set up. Fleshy with an early ultimate. Connects a flash into Nako. A nice ulti from Prime, as I mentioned to buy time, but the feathers, they didn't disappear. They will connect the root. Allows for an easy pickup.
So clean. And now we're looking at cleanliness in the top lane as well. Tao looking for the Infernal Chains, finds it, but he keeps getting chunked down. Nako is firmly winning the trades again, especially with Vitality moving towards this top lane. There's so much pressure now on this Aatrox as well, as everything looks red. And as I say that, Vitality are getting those red role quests done as well.
Vitality, I think, a bounce back after their defeat yesterday against Na'Vi. I mean, on paper, I think people have pretty high expectations of Vitality, but the organization really hasn't found much success in recent years. Like, they've had a lot of, I mean, it feels like that this org has tried all manner of different approaches to their composition build, whether it be a roster of superstars, rosters of rookies, rosters of...
Last year was just confusing for me, Vedi. Because, you know, they got into summer playoffs, they got into winter playoffs, but we thought, man, how far could they go? They're crazy. And then they kind of let us down. And I feel like, you know, I got hyped a big amount for Vitality. You know, I think this top lane is incredible, as you know, you've heard many times. And I feel like they have a lot of the mojo, as Munchables would used to say. They're very much a mojo kind of team. And Humanoid brings some mojo into Kamiloo. Well, he flashes away as Hazel does the same down bot and pops the ghost. That's 4 summoners in 5 seconds that KCB have lost as Lyncas was just in the vicinity as well, looking to take a little bit more, but Now at risk here as Kamiloo's getting a bit of backup. There's a Realm Warp as well. Humanoid now in trouble. Shifting sands. Where are they? He's rune prisoned up. Can't get over the wall. Yukino seals the deal with the first kill for KC Blue.
That's a much needed kill as well. Yukino is the one to pick that one up. I think it would have been nice to hand that one over to Kamiloo, but hey, you take the kills where you can get them. Alleviating some of that pressure in the middle lane, getting the flash out from Humanoid as well is definitely a nice advantage to gain. Vitality, their gold lead drops a little bit, but still in a good position. Herald going to be spawning in a minute's time. We expect that to be the next major objective that both these teams set their sights on. The question is, do KCB feel strong enough to really contest? Kamiloo yet to complete his first item. Fleshy setting his sights onto Kamiloo.
Oh, quickness again. And yeah, everything's fine, says Kamiloo, but we know it's really not. Here comes Lyncas, and it's Cyclone time once again. Kamiloo bonked on the head, 3-0. And like last year when Lyncas is in control, he is very, very slow to relinquish it.
I mean, 3-0-1 on the Wukong. He's a little bit behind in XP as Yukino's been power bombing to the jungle.
That damage with Trinity Force, and takes it, matches with Hazel. Hazel is out, but look at the damage. That's just some small rotation from Lyncas.
I mean, now that the role quest has been completed for Hazel, he can rotate up towards mid, but this has just left the bot tower completely exposed. Carzzy with a full level advantage over his AD carry counterpart. And with all this gold being funneled into him, Carzzy now a terrifying Xayah with a 1.7k gold lead over Hazel.
And there is a gap brewing here between Vitality and KC Blue.
Prime is top lane though. Can they really do much against this Renekton?
He has Dominus available. He has Ignite as well. A 1v2 could be in the cards, but knocked up Infernal Chains. Everything connecting. There's Dominus, bit of healing as well from Cole the Meek. Waiting for a potential Ruthless Predator onto Tau. There's a bit of support coming from Fleshy as well. Lyncas in the area, even without Cyclone, but Tempered Fate wasn't using the process, but it might just open things up for Herald, which is a win for KC Blue.
They'll take it. Vitality not in a position to contest Lyncas, having Hill ultimate available. Is likely saying, hey, we're not really in a good spot to fight this, and our top laner just ulted as well and lost about half his HP, so we'll give this one up. I think it's a valuable objective for KCB just because when you have that Azir wave clear, it can be that much harder to break open these towers. They can use it to maybe open up mid, maybe even set their sights on bot lane. But towers is definitely what they need, because again, we go back to what The Rock was saying, and it was very much around they want to see KCB utilizing these early grubs to try and put some pressure onto these towers, but KCB has barely gotten close to any of these towers as Vitality continues to put the pressure on.
Fleshy, flash, quickness over the wall, finally connected, but he doesn't get the knock up. The root is what matters though, and Carzzy won't connect it till it's too late. Yukino now ulties in. Fleshy gets out with a quick cleanse, a quick ding of the bell, while a Realm Warp's being used as well. Tempered Fate won't connect from Prime. 4 members mid, and Lyncas in the meanwhile doesn't fret, just takes Dragon calmly, slowly. Humanoid with plating as well. KC Blue play unsuccessful. I
mean, typically we talk about the Captain Jack cleanse being used for AD carries, not for supports. The timing on that was flawless from Fleshy as he navigates his way out of a dangerous situation. The gold lead back to 4.5k in favor of Vitality as Humanoid sitting in a side lane, putting all this pressure down onto Kamiloo. The side laners that KCB wanted to play through don't really put much pressure on the map right now. And that bot side jungle being set up, lit up with the Vitality vision as they look to deny as much as possible away from KCB.
It's so funny, Lyncas actually has a CS deficit versus Yukino, but he's just been in so many different lanes. And he's just been such a nuisance that you kind of forgive him for being down in CS. Up in gold naturally for the kills, and as he looks for another invade, there's Yukino waiting as well, but Carzzy, while he didn't get the root back, is in full swing of these auto attacks. Flash already burned here by the enemy jungle of KC Blue. And the jungle also stolen away. Cyclone down, but there's no objective that's going to get that punished.
Lyncas doing what he can to steal away as many camps from Yukino as possible. Remember, Yukino's been stealing his fair share of camps. I bet you right now he's looking at those enemy raptors and he's saying, I think I can take these away. He's thinking about it, but it's a little bit too dangerous, especially with Carzzy on patrol here in the middle lane.
Carzzy's got 200 CS at not even 18 minutes yet.
Yes.
What the hell? That guy's
good last
joving
hitting.
and he's not even mid. That's crazy. I get it. I get it. I didn't even meant to make that joke, but that's crazy. You know? Do you get it?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He never laughed at my jokes.
Well, you know, you've said better.
I have not. That was one of my best, and you know it.
That was one of your best?
That was one of my best.
Wow.
Betty, I need help.
All right, back to the improv class as we go.
Never been. But that's the improv, isn't it?
Yeah, it's always yes and, remember?
Oh,
that's
is it?
That's the, yeah.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said we haven't been. No, I've never done improv before.
Yeah, that's the first rule of improv.
The problem is,
I've never done that.
The problem is, I feel like I'd be bad at improv as Hazel flashes away. Maybe he would be too. He has to come up with a better solution than that. Kamiloo gets Dominus on. Now he's just going to walk this one into the croc. Nako kites away. He's got a minion wave waiting for him in his turret, but Aphelios with no flash is a big, scary factor, Vedi, with Baron coming up in a minute. And
Humanoid getting collapsed on. Here's Yukino.
Yep. Tao now. He's doing a bit of damage. Humanoid's bought some time, though, with the soldiers out. Rather, he's flashed away. Dead eventually, though. The follow-up is big from Vitality. Going for Tao first. Yukino on the side is just going to ulti out. Meanwhile, Tao is going to flap out, and both of them survive. So a nice pick from KC Blue in the end. Or is it? Or is it? Here comes Monkey from the side. Oh, the hidden Monkey is the deadliest. Man with huge abs is going to die to a bird. And Carzzy just walks it in to get the inner turret in the meantime.
I mean, Carzzy is just farming towers right now. He's gotten 2 towers in the bot lane. He's secured the tower in mid. KCB should be able to at least exchange this for a tower in the middle lane. Maybe even put some pressure onto top too. But Vitality is quickly running away with this one. The gold lead only continues to mount. They find pick after pick.
Dive.
I don't think you can dive.
There is a TP as well, and remember that for Kamiloo, he's just right pushed up against turret. He just took a turret shot as well. Humanoid looking for the all-in. There's no flash on this Aphelios. He is a fish out of water, Vedi. And this time, even though he's able to heal up, it's not for long. Humanoid gets autos down, but it's a 1-for-1. Now Nako comes to the rivers. Meanwhile, Carzzy is doing his work for the back end again, and Tao's just walked into a trap. Lyncas joins the fray. And over the wall, Yuki's going to drop his Herald. Maybe that gives a way out for Tao, but it's not going to come in time. Not at all. Yukino stunned up. Get in the Herald, he says. Get in the Herald. The eyes exposed. Running home at 1k. It's almost dead, but the turret's in the way. His own turret in the way is Vitality. Ace down the French opposition.
A 20-minute ace. Vitality punished the siege of KCB as they try to get 1 tower in the top lane. That's all they want. They just want the tower. Hazel doesn't realize that he's being collapsed on. He doesn't see Fleshy from the river. Humanoid turns his attention onto the KCB AD carry, and while Prime lands a good ulti, Kamiloo rotates to try and help his AD carry out. They cannot keep him alive, and it turns into a brawl. Kill after kill, CC after CC. Vitality lock down the members one by one as they slowly convert it into an ace.
The Yukino puts the Herald down, like, just get over the wall. But Carzzy's damage from the back of the fight is so huge. We come back to life. Fleshy's fought out, gets over the wall. But 3 members now following up. Magical Journey from Prime. Meanwhile, Dragon has just been taken. So Fleshy's got the boys coming back in. Yukino, the disrespect to take the ward. When the whole of Vitality are on the way, Lyncas setting up as well, comes out of the stasis though, and maybe it's okay. Cyclone number 2 though, on the back end from the clone. Lyncas getting low, but Tao can't finish the kill. Humanoid will take that trade, and now on Soul Point and 8,000 gold. KC Blue are trying to grasp whatever's in front of them.
I mean, the good news for KCB is that they at the very least get a shutdown onto Fleshy.
That's
mean, Yukino picks up a bit of extra gold, but the exchange is 2 kills in favor of Vitality, who are just stomping their opposition right now. The craziest thing is those bot Krogs have been stolen by Vitality like 3 times in a row right now.
Yeah.
Those Krogs do not belong to Yukino any longer. He tries to push Fleshy out of his jungle. A good ulti once again for Prime to buy time. They turn it around. They think, oh, look, we've got an initial pick. Now we need to disengage, but the ulti from Humanoid connects onto 2. Carzzy is here to dish out the damage. It's Humanoid that ends up picking it up, but Vitality looking for some swift destruction here in this game, as they also look to go 2-1 for the first week of the LEC.
They're showing the gap right now between the ARL teams and the LEC teams. And for KC Blue, their single win came up against Ultratones yesterday, so you're now seeing, again, Vitality, a team that a lot of people are expecting should be an upgrade. No disrespect to Xayah, but Humanoid has been around the bend a little bit, so I think it's hard when you compare. They look really good today, yeah, but the perspective is important to take. I feel like it's
still sending, yeah.
It does feel like it's like Fnatic, like we were talking about before. Like, what level are Vitality at? Because right now they're clean, but
we've got that's judging the strength of LEC teams right now, buddy, is one of the hardest things.
Well, you said you like best of ones. I'm interested, you know.
No, I think the fun of best of ones is you can make overgeneralizations,
yep,
sweeping statements.
Is Nako the best top laner in the league against Tao? Well, he was waiting for this one, but he got Lyncas' help. Is Lyncas the best jungler in the league, Betty?
No, probably not.
But it's best of ones, you just don't know.
He's having a great game, that's for sure.
You don't know, do you? I mean, this guy, like, as far as you know, Nako could be better than Xayah. You just don't know that.
I mean, I feel like I could make a pretty educated guess.
That's true. That's true. Humble Life did lose the other day to Nongshim. So, yes, Nako is better than Xayah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to let the community decide
I wouldn't.
On your take.
I wouldn't do that.
I just want everyone to know that that is Jake Hysterics' take, okay?
Yep. Can't say my last name, by the way.
Because I don't remember it. I'm not gonna.
We've worked together for 3 years now.
You make fun of my last name and I don't remember yours.
Yeah,
so.
but it's yours is day.
Yes.
You're literally like a part of my ecosystem for 12 hours. You know?
I mean, yes.
Your name is literally what we call the sun. Like,
no, we call it the sun. Never mind.
No, but the sun in the sky is called day.
This is rage bait. This is rage bait.
It's
I gotta
not rage
move on.
bait.
I
promise it's not rage bait. It's actually
just trying to rage bait me right now. It's all good.
It's hard fact.
Let's talk about the game.
Okay, the game is in a struggle, Betty.
Right now, KCB need a Baron steal. Yeah. That's what they need. Yeah. Because things are getting desperate. It's a 9k gold difference between the two teams. Hazel does have Infinity Edge completed. Can he pop off?
Well, Betty asks important questions. And I have important answers for you. How does he stay safe? Actually, that's not an answer, that's another question. Ignore me. I think we know that the answer is going to be very good with Hazel at half HP, maybe a pick here with the help of Crime, but the quickness to save the day. And then it's finally out. I feel like it's the first time we've seen the ulti from Carzzy as he flashes into a stun, but gets the root nevertheless. Hazel surviving over the wall, but here is Nako. As I said, maybe better than Xayah. I don't know with all those turret shots. Maybe not. Blizzard's going to run back in. Kamiloo's got a bit of shielding to help him, but Humanoid with the flash Emperor's Divide gets the flash out of tower. Golden is Humanoid. He's still going to drop one down. This game's getting messier by the second.
It certainly is. I mean, Vitality are just full sending it right now. Love the idea from KCB Prime with a good ultimate, but his Q doesn't, it's not really in range to connect the Xayah to any other target, so they can't lock Carzzy down, meaning he's able to get the ultimate off. The ulti also goes wide from Hazel, so a lot of damage becomes unavailable. And we'll look back here, so a good ulti connects onto Carzzy. In an ideal world, what he could do is he could connect his Q from Carzzy onto the wall behind him. I guess he comes out a little bit late. Yeah, I think it does come out a little bit, or it doesn't even reach. I'm not entirely sure from the spectator side, but Hazel doesn't connect his ulti. A good feather pullback from Carzzy, and then Nako just full sending it underneath the tower alongside Lyncas. Goes a little bit too deep as Kamiloo ends up punishing him for it.
They got Drake. Hang on a minute. Everyone dismount your horse. Let's just hold up. Vedius, is this game winnable by KC Blue?
I mean, in the LEC, a game is not over until it is over.
They just got Lyncas' flash. Hold your horses. Baron's up.
Lyncas Soul was denied. That's a pretty big deal. The gold difference has gone from 9k to 8k.
I've seen crazier things
Take
today
from that
already.
What you will.
Yeah. Crowd has not stopped cheering.
No, they're sending that undying support to KCB.
Either way, France is walking out of here with a win.
That's true.
But
I think KC fans would prefer one win over the other, though.
Well, they are KC fans. Maybe caught out as Humanoid. Here's Yukino again. Tao by his side. Humanoid with a great ulti, but still caught out nevertheless. The shifting sands gets him out of dodge, but the Realm Warp will bring them in. Hang on. Humanoid is dead, that's for sure. Lyncas has no flash. He gets over the wall, but Tao's there to follow. with a blast cone. That's one bit of safety, but now running in is Nako into 4. Is the Renekton enough? Fleshy gets the knock up. Nako is going to go into GA. Carzzy's now here to try and cement the fight, but Hazel on the back end. A 4 versus 3. KC Blue won that fight.
And KC Blue is going to get a Baron. Lyncas is still in the area. Can he steal this one away?
Well, he has no Cyclone, but he has a Smite at the ready. 1400, the number to look for. The root comes out. Yukino is almost dead. He needs a Smite. It's stolen! Lyncas walks in. He'll die, but no Baron for you.
Oh, so close. Yukino, if he'd gotten that Smite, he may very well have given his team away back into the game, but it is not enough. And we are full sending it now. We are in the dregs.
What do you mean now? What were we doing for the past 10 minutes? Full sending it now.
Vitality has gotten way too overconfident. Humanoid is at 5 deaths in this game.
Nako thinks he can take on the world.
Yes, he does.
I'm surprised he's only got 1 death.
His GA has already been procced.
Yes.
It happened in the topside skirmish. Lyncas, though, doing his best to stop his team from throwing. Okay, let's see what happens next. There's no objective on the board, right? Vitality, they do have a Baron, but I think they've only got it on like 1, 2 people.
It's Carzzy at least. Who else? As Fleshy, Prime. Carzzy, good dodge. Steps up and takes him. Now Tao's in the firing line as well. Carzzy, massive root, gets barrier, feathers fly, a double. Carzzy versus the world. And I'm pretty sure half the world is dead as Kamiloo has to run warp out with a flash up, a quick golden stasis, but in with a gleaming quill, out with Humanoid. Kamiloo's dying here, and Vitality silence the doubt.
Carzzy quickly puts any hopes of a comeback to bed as he wins out in a 1 versus 2. The arrival of Yukino was a little bit too much to handle, along with getting a kill onto Kamiloo as well. A tower is secured. The gold didn't really swing much, though. I will say that shutdown gold proving quite valuable for the side of KCB. Of course, the action isn't over just yet. Keep your eyes on the minimap as Lyncas is setting up a flank. Hazel could be in some danger.
Nako's waiting for the Rain of Anger. Lyncas is here as well, waiting for a Cyclone. Hazel walked up to this big mistake as he flashes away, but not out of range just yet. A good knock-up and a good binding from Prime, but Lyncas will heal that up thanks to the Sundered Sky. Fleshy's out as well. Yukino unable to reach that range, and the mistake from the Aphelios cost dearly.
Vitality winning out on these skirmishes once again. Waves being pushed in, but you can see the big smile on Humanoid's face. He knows what this game has turned into.
We all do.
We look back at this skirmish. The ultimate goes wide from Prime, and he just disappears as Carzzy melts through him. Nice charm connects onto Hazel, preventing him from getting involved in the fight. It's very difficult for him to even approach Carzzy, given all those feathers that are on the ground.
He almost dies himself.
And then Kamiloo, yeah, that tech doesn't work anymore. Back in the day, you could ulti into Zhonya's and you're guaranteed to get away to safety, but not anymore. Vitality back out onto the map. Dragon 30 seconds away. Soul would be available for them. I'm sure they'd love to grab it as KCB is actually setting up on the bot side Tri-Brush. Maybe threatening a pick. I mean, that's kind of all they can play for right now. Kamiloo is level 18 on the Ryze. So, I mean, the later into this game we go, the less the gold difference means.
Yeah.
Still, Vitality says, screw the dragon, we're going mid.
Okay. Maybe one push to end them all. One push at least to find the inhibitor. It's getting close towards that inhibitor turret. For now, they'll back off Vitality. Again, that Soul available. Started off by KC Blue, but Nako pulls out the dominance into 3 members. He flashes onto Hazel. He wants a kill. Goes golden for the time being. Hang on a minute. That guy's got some stasis. It's a trade, but Hazel's dead. And now KC Blue will be too. Carzzy joining a Prime and Kamiloo as he walks into the pit. Feathers out. Prime can't be there. Flashes into town, but dies. Gets auto down. The Aatrox healing, resetting his Humanoid. Has to ulti, but a 3v3 is where we are left. Humanoid, the range, massive. Prime, too low to contribute, but Kamiloo and Tao, it is up to the solo laners of KC Blue to keep Vitality away from this Drake.
Difference is, though, Vitality have their junglers still alive. They have the threat of a smite. We look at the base as well. Minions are making their way towards the entrances of KCB's base. But it looks like KCB just can't afford to care right now. Yukino does have the ulti available, but he's 20 seconds away. Humanoid back alive, TPing back into the fight. KCB cannot contest this dragon.
But they're going to be here regardless. They cannot give up. They do not want to give a Cloud Soul, but I think they have to come to terms with it. And as you said, the Smite is going to rain through. Cloud Soul for Vitality. But the poets will not say this game has been clean. I don't know what they'll sing about, Vedi, but they will not use the words clean.
I feel like a Vitality game, for as long as I've cast them, has rarely ever been clean.
I mean, that's also
regardless
true,
of the roster, it's just...
There's definitely levels.
Now, Nako starts this fight off with a 1v3. He should have died.
He
but
has
surprise,
Seekers.
I have an arm guard.
Renekton with an arm guard.
Surprise! He's able to buy enough time that he trades his life for the enemy AD carry, but with Hazel gone, a lot of the damage disappears with it. And so even though, I mean, Carzzy kind of sends it,
yep,
it still ends up being a 2 for 2.
You can't say they don't have spunk, you know, they've got soul, man. They've got soul both in the heart and in the game. And a Cloud Soul, as
I also love
I do too. Amazing league. Come on, what else we got? You guys are all right. Absolute cinema, yeah.
Fantastic.
This is in 4K IMAX.
In Humanoid.
In Humanoid. Hang on a minute, hang on.
He's stayed at 5 deaths for a while now.
That's
so
good.
That's pretty good.
333 CS. Big Pog. Also, Rabadon's on the way. That's sure to come right now, actually, as leaving the base, Baron is up again. And let's do the dance, because I'm going to give it a KC Blue. The fact they've stayed in this game when it has been a 7, 6, 8K gold lead for so long. Big props. Big ups to KC Blue.
I feel like more so question marks Vitality rather than...
Big ups to Vitality. You know what? 5v5.
Baron, Baron, let's go.
Lock in. Take your seatbelts off. Take your hands off the wheel. We're going in blind. 7K over the wall. Nako starts to fight. Onto Hazel. Doesn't get a chance. And Nako just isn't dying. I thought it would be close. I thought it would be scrappy, but Vitality locked the hell in. The windshield's off. And KC Blue have just gone out. 1 and 2 is how they're going to end this week. And Vedius, Vitality, they decided enough was enough. They've got to seal the deal themselves.
Nako decided to put the final nail in the coffin himself as he dives onto the back line and absolutely destroys KCB. With the Baron secured, this should be an easy Nexus secure.
Well, easy's not the word I'd use, but entertaining nevertheless. Vitality, you've got it. I don't know what it is yet, but 2 and 1, you have got it. What a team.